Hello, Max here. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the test. Today we're going to be looking at the Forces of Destiny dolls. This is the first wave of dolls released for the line. It's a new line for Hasbro. Very interesting doll action figure hybrid that Hasbro is attempting here. So we're going to go into great detail, really see if they deserve the hype. Now the date today is August 16th, 2017, and I hope to give you enough details, and at the end of this review I will give you my opinion if I think these are quality enough to stand the test of time. I'll give a pass or fail rating at the end. Our first review point is going to be character representation. Let's take a look at Sabine Wren. Now with the helmet on, she looks amazing. There's a lot of molded on plastic here, but it's vibrant colors, nice detail, great accessories. The downside is when you take the helmet off, I don't think she is as strong as some of the others in the line. I think they could have done a little bit better there. Here is Jyn Erso. She really looks nice. I like the hair. Great outfit. There's a lot of molded on plastic, but it looks accurate. Here's the two Rey dolls that are in the line on initial release. And these are the strongest, I think. The hair, they have the freckles, the outfits are spot on. Again, a lot of molded details, but it looks great. Look at those pant details. It has all the wrinkles. The boots are plastic, but they're nice. Pretty much the same there. And it has all her signature weapons and backpack. And this is a really nice backpack. It does open. There's a little slot. You could stick something in there. Here's a look at the two Leia dolls. What's interesting is they started off with the Empire Strikes Back Leia on Hoth and the Leia Adventure on Endor set with a second dress. But we don't get the classic New Hope Leia with the two buns. I really want to see a Leia doll down the line. She looks great, but it's really kind of disappointing that we don't get a Leia with the two buns, the classic hairstyle. Not that these aren't classic, but when you think of Leia first, what's the first image that pops in your head? The one from New Hope. There are a lot of plastic details on this one, a little bit more so than other dolls. The vest looks nice. And this is the most doll you're going to get in all of these. There's not any molded on parts on her at all. And she can change outfits. I kind of think they should have just went with an outfit pack for the Hoth for this doll. Our next review point is durability, quality, and accessories. Now the durability on these dolls and action figure hybrids, I think you're going to get, if you're going to use this for play, if a younger doll collector is going to use this or just a kid looking to have some fun, I think these are going to hold up. The plastic feels really quality. The accessories are nice. Sometimes these come a little bit too bent, but there's not many issues on the accessories. They all look really nice. The staff is high quality. There's plastic here, but it's bendable. The lightsaber is a little bit too bent, so that's a little bit of a disappointment. The only issue with durability, quality, and accessories that I see is some of the cloth details. Now, the design of Rey on Jakku, she's pretty poor at the beginning of the movie, so it's understandable that she'd have these cheap quality fabrics, but this is really, I believe that this is going to get lost over time. And also on the Jyn Erso, I don't ever really remember having a scarf like this. This is very low quality. So some of the cloth materials are a little bit too low quality and are going to rip or get lost. Now let's talk about the it factor or fun factor. And in my opinion, this is very high. How can you get higher than Star Wars? There's only a few things that even come close. Maybe Marvel comic books, princesses. The it factors there. These are really strong, developed female characters. So I'm very happy. Now I'm going to talk about one positive and one negative for the line so far. And to go along with my previous point, female heroines in Star Wars. These are some really strong characters. It is so encouraging to see them get their own line. I love it. Not to say that you cannot be a strong female character being a princess or a fashion doll. There's strong female characters in other lines too, but it's great to see these are action heroines. Really nice. Now, the negative for me so far is in the initial line, there's varying results on the so-called action. You're supposed to squeeze the legs on some of these dolls, and they're supposed to move. This one, Sabine is having a real issue, and she doesn't do much. See this right here? So that could be an issue. The doll is going to hold up, but the action on the doll, not so much. Here's one of the better ones, is Jyn Erso. She really has a lot of movement. See, this is what's supposed to happen. It's hit and miss. Some of these dolls work right away. Sabine had a lot of issues. Here's a look at Rey. It's okay. There's a little bit of, well, get some lightsaber action there. Okay, that's working great. That's fun, now that I'm trying her again. And here's the other Rey. I tried a lot of different ways to pose this with the bow staff. Even though I'm a real fan of this accessory, it does not work well with the action. And again, with the Leia of Hoth, is the only other doll that has the action. I don't see that she needed to come out in this line. She could have come out as another doll, like the Leia of Endor, or just a fashion pack for Leia. My opinion as to where this line could improve in the future is more dolls. Keep the action doll hybrids, but let's see a little more dolls. I would love to see a Rey doll because she's such a main character in the movies that are being released recently. So let's get a doll of her with some fashion packs. And if you're gonna do a fashion pack, this Leia Adventure of Endor set has this second costume with some shoes and Wicket. Wicket's nice, but if you're gonna do a higher price point with a costume change, make it quality. This is very cheap felt. It's gonna rip. It's not going to maintain, and it looks cheap. I know in the movie, she's supposed to be it's supposed to be a peasant-y, woodsy outfit, so it's understandable, but this is too cheap, and then the printed on details there. And some of the cloths, goods on the action doll hybrids, these scarves, and that are a little bit too cheap. Also, this BB-8 that comes with one of the Rey dolls, it's really thin plastic. It feels cheap. So some of the side characters that come along with the dolls, I want the quality to come up. I am happy with the R2 with the Leia of Hoth. There's some good movement there, and it feels a little bit better quality plastic. Now I'm going to give my opinions on the highlight of the line so far and the low light, the one that does not meet expectations. I originally was going to go with Sabine Wren as my low light, but I'd have to say this Leia here, there's just not enough going on. She does come with a cool R2 unit, and I really believe she could have just been a fashion pack. There's a lot of molded on details here. Again, it's good molded on details, but I think it could have been a fashion pack. So that's my low light. The highlight, I would definitely go with this Rey doll. She looks great. She's got the hair details. She has some cloth accessories. It could have been better, but it's still very good. And she has the action that works. Hers is one of the most successful. Now, that Jyn Erso over there has a lot of movement, but she has a gun. It doesn't really make sense. Swinging a lightsaber like this makes the most sense. So that is my highlight of the line and the one I recommend the most. Now to wrap this review up and give my final overall thoughts and recommendations. I recommend the majority of these dolls. Star Wars is such an enduring property. It's only getting bigger. I mean, as of recording, it's huge. There's a lot of history here with these characters. There's a lot more Star Wars female heroines that they can introduce in this line. For me, it's a strong initial lineup. I think these will pass the test of time. There's a lot of Star Wars collectors out there that are going to love these. And I personally do too. My opinion is that these dolls are going to pass the test of time. In years to come, we'll be looking back and say, this is a great line of dolls. These are some of the best versions of these characters. So, I really hope that in the future they continue this quality. I want to see more. I do want to see more characters introduced. That's my only caveat. And even though I want the focus to stay on these heroines, I would love to see maybe a Luke, some male characters just make a cameo appearance just to get the Forces of Destiny treatment, because these are very unique. Now, this is just my opinion that these will pass the test of time, and only time will really tell. I really appreciate you watching this episode of The Test. I want you all to have a great day. Thanks, everyone. Bye.